here we are in week 11. Let's dive right into this. First off, in the week 11 folder for film and game, you're going to be completing the session 1 and 2 blog post. We started it in session 1. We'll complete it now, and it incorporates both session 1 and 2. In School of Rock, you'll be completing your November SMART goal by putting evidence in your blog post by the end of the week for the second component. So you have your first evidence that you started in the beginning of the project, and then you're going to have evidence at the end of growth over time. We'll talk about that in a bit. So first off, let's take a look. Daily production, stand-up meetings, Trello board updates, setting goals for each class period each day, that you're continuing this week. Second, you're going to create a team slideshow, and that slideshow evidence is in right here. The link to the templates is there, and when you click on it, it takes you over to this folder. You then copy this slideshow and then place your evidence in there. And when you look at the assignment, you'll see 2 links here to the same folder with the slideshow template. You can then fill that in. You can also look at the form here for your team presentation and what you need. And just a reminder that you're placing evidence inside the slideshow, and when you click on it, you copy it, and depending on your role, so your stuff goes here. So thank you for being here. Here's your introductions. This is the log line or goal for your game or film, genre, style choices, and so on. And you fill that in, and then first name only here, just Sam or Chris or whatever. And then what was your goal specifically to your job? And then where's the evidence within the film or the game? This could be a screenshot, a sample of code, or something that's obvious that you did your job. Okay. And it can be a picture of folders that are organized or something like that. Okay. And that's that. And then the next person puts their stuff in. Each person's responsible for putting evidence into the slideshow for their part. It's not your job. So if you put in your evidence and the other people don't, that's their issue. They'll have to deal with the consequences of that. But make sure it's shared and linked over here. Just name it slides and just link it to your team presentation, and make sure it's publicly accessible so we can all see it. And the editors should be everybody on your team. You can share that because you have email addresses over here to share the Google Slides that somebody on your team copies and makes available to everybody else. Okay, that's that. Let's go back in here. And that is due on the 16th. So you should be able to get that done in the next few days. And I want to take a look at it by Wednesday to see that you have that done. The day after, I want you to have the production section of your blog post done. And when we click on that, this assignment right here, it says update this production section. It's this part right here. So what do we talk about when we talk about linking or embedding the film and or game? If it's game, you put the itch link here, and we'll hopefully get those things working. If it's film, upload the finished film to your Google Drive, make it publicly accessible, and place a link here. We used to embed it from YouTube, but that's blocked now, so we don't do that anymore. And skills commentary, I want you to place a link to your slideshow, and then write a small paragraph about what we see in the film or the game that you controlled, that you contributed, so on and so forth. So write that out. And here's what it looks like as a sample. This is a student from a couple years ago. The video is no longer there because they graduated, but this would just be a link to the video in Google from now on. Here we can see what they were controlling for this session. And when you go to that timestamp at 13 seconds, you can see what they did. And then here's a link to the team slideshow. And then you can see more detail about the evidence that they have in the work that they did. And this could be true for a game or for a film. Okay, so let's move on now to the next assignment, which is updating the stuff in post-production. We will be doing that next week. So after we pitch our games or videos to class, then we will give you feedback, and you can then finish up the last part of the blog post, the post-production section, and we'll write that stuff up in class. Lastly, down here, we have leadership sign-up. So to get full credit in this class, you need to do something outside of class that you take on as an extra project getting involved. When you click on this link, you'll see numerous options that you have. I'd like you to sign up as soon as possible so that it doesn't catch you off guard. And I need something completed before the end of the semester. So I will talk about this in class, but that's what that is. Go ahead and click on the link and read through it. And now lastly, we're going to talk about for people who are in School of Rock, you set a SMART goal, and you're just going through here. You did steps 1 through 5. Yay. And now you're going to finish with step 6. And that looks like this. You have the SMART goal evidence that you have already, and you're going to now finish by the end of the week, put in the final version of the thing that you're doing for your SMART goal. And just a reminder, it looks something like this. You can embed the audio file. It could be a video. It could be something like that, a link to Google, whatever it is that you think makes the best evidence, the before and the after. And that stuff is due by the end of the week. Wow, that covers it. And thanks for watching. And that's week 11. Oh my gosh.